Hello folks, you are officially looking at Coast Jason. I've made it to the Oregon coast portion of my trip. I just got done spending a couple great days in Portland with some friends and former co-workers. They were kind enough to let me stay at their very spacious, very nice apartment. It was a true 5-star experience. I've never seen an apartment like that in Wisconsin in my entire life. They make them different out here, that's for sure. It was a great time. Got a donut from Voodoo Donuts. Did a jet boat tour down the Willamette River. Went to my first professional soccer match, an NWSL match. The Thorns just absolutely murdered Racing Louisville. Wasn't even a legitimate match. It was a boat race, let me tell you. So it's about 6 o'clock. I just got to my campsite about an hour ago, set up my camp, and I drove to this town called Seaside. They've got a good area to walk along the beach, so that's what I'm doing right now. Morning 2 on the Oregon coast. Looks like I went to the beauty salon. Got a real good perm yesterday. Tightened up those curls real well. Cheers. I'm really looking forward to these next 2 days where I'm primarily just going to be driving along the coast. I don't really have too much planned at all, so I'm just gonna drive, and when I see cool stuff I'll pull over and try to film it or get some pictures if I can, but if not I'll just keep driving. So I'm not really sure what these next couple days will bring. I am planning on doing one shorter hike inland, just a little bit, but other than that it's pretty much all up in the air at this point. So right now I am at Ecola State Park, which is just a couple minute drive from the campsite that I stayed at last night. It's nice and quiet and peaceful and serene. I'm definitely a fan. I have finally changed course a little bit and I've come inland. I believe I'm about 10 miles or so off the coast now at the Drift Creek Falls Trailhead parking lot, and it was quite the ride getting up here. 1-lane roads, gravel roads, 8 miles through the middle of the forest. they're saying, now I can't confirm whether this is true or not, but they're saying that I'm the first person to have successfully navigated a Toyota Corolla to this parking lot in at least 10 years. Nobody really seems to know the exact date of when it was done last, but everybody does know it's been at least a significant amount of time. Now, again, I can't confirm anything official. I'm just telling you what other people would tell you with complete confidence, 100%, 99.999999 repeated confidence that I've done something that hasn't been done in a very long time, and I'm really proud. All those hours spent with this Corolla, just practicing, doing courses out in the parking lots whenever I can. All of that stuff, all that training has finally paid off, and it feels good. I'd love to do the hike now that I'm here. There's about a 3.5 or 4 mile hike down to the Drift Creek Falls. I guess there's a 200-foot suspension bridge and a really good waterfall down at the bottom. But unfortunately, the water isn't really cooperating. The weather isn't really cooperating. It was raining pretty decently the last 15 minutes or so on my way to the parking lot. It's still sprinkling a bit now. I'm trying to decide if I should just go for it and risk it and perhaps get a little bit cold, or if I should wait it out a little bit longer. Who am I kidding? I got a Corolla up here. I can handle a little bit of rain on a hike. I can handle a lot of rain on a hike. I drove a Corolla up here. I'm starting to hike back up to my car now, and I mean, words really can't explain the last hour to hour and a half of my life, how surreal and beautiful that was. That was the type of thing that you really truly only see in a movie. I mean, even the hike down there too, there's a stretch where you hike past these trees, and every single branch on every single tree is covered with this moss that's hanging down, and because it just got done raining, it's dripping with water. And I know that's not going to show up very well on camera or on video probably, but that itself was just really cool. I just made it back to my car after the hike, and of course, as I was 5-10 minutes away from the car, it started raining again. So everything about that experience was perfect. The weather, the timing, the nobody else being there, it was truly the most authentic experience I can have in Oregon. I haven't had a moment that great yet. It was fun in Portland over the weekend, but honestly, I forgot about those losers that I hung out with. I forgot their names already. I don't even remember what their names are. But this was the greatest experience I'm going to have here, hands down. And it kind of sucks because I had this really good joke started, how, I drove this Corolla into, an impossible location that people haven't gotten a Corolla into in 200, 300, 400 years. And I was just going to run with that joke, but now I feel like I can't joke about it because that takes away from how incredible that waterfall and the bridge and everything about that, the fog, everything about that was. And I probably just broke some news for some of you. That all was a joke about me getting the Corolla here. It's a very easy road to drive. It's a really fun road to drive, but you can easily get any two-wheel drive vehicle here. It's a form of humor I use sometimes called sarcasm. I like to be sarcastic, to over-exaggerate, even completely embellish things sometimes, and that was one of those times. And I know I'm so good at sarcasm. I'm so subtle about it. I use it so little that when I do use it, I know it just hits perfectly. So you had no idea that was a joke until now. You know, sarcasm is fun, but I hate people that use it a lot. Even people that use, God, just a moderate amount of sarcasm drive me absolutely crazy. I cannot stand them in any way, shape, or form. But cool waterfall, cool suspension bridge, fog everywhere up above the dripping wet trees after the fresh rainfall. It was good.